In today's lesson, we are going to look at how you can solve word problems where you have to add fractions with a different denominator. So this is an example sum. Let's take a look. James had 2 slices of cheese. He used half a slice to make a sandwich. He used 3/4 of another slice in a salad. How many slices of cheese did James use altogether? Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to write down what the actual sum is. So he's used half a slice of cheese for a sandwich, and he's used 3/4 of a slice of cheese to make a salad. Now remember, it says all together. So all those pieces together, how much cheese did he use? So when it says all together, we have to add up. So I'm going to use the plus operation here. Now, as we've learned earlier with fractions, is that when I have a different denominator, I cannot add them up. So let me highlight them here as well. So they have a different denominator, so I cannot add them up. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that they have the same denominator. So what we usually do is we change the smaller denominator into the bigger denominator. Now, to kind of show you the situation and how you can do that, I have this tool here. Let's say this bar is 1 piece of cheese. He is first using half of a piece of cheese. Let's say this other bar represents the second piece of cheese, the cheese that goes into the salad. Now, as we can see, he's using 3/4 of that to go into the salad. So 1, 2, 3. Now, when we look at this, we can already see that, hey, half of the cheese, let's see if I can use this tool for that. Half of the cheese also equals, I guess I have to move this bar a little bit, also equals 2/4. So let's see if that's also correct when we use our multiplication method to equalize the denominators here, to make them equal. So I want to change this 2 into a 4. So I can do that by timesing it by 2. Now remember, if I times the bottom number, I also have to times the top number, the numerator. That's very important to remember. So I have to times them both by 2. 2 times 2 equals 4, and 1 times 2, or 2 times 1, however you want to put it, equals 2. So we have a new situation now where the numerator changes into 2, but also the denominator is going to change because 2 times 2 equals, let me write it down here, equals 4. And I can also do that on my tool. So I can take half out and I can say, okay, instead of half, I'm going to write down 2/4, 2/4, which is the same as half. They're equal. So now I have 2/4 plus 3/4, and now I have to add them up. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now remember, when you have the same denominators and you're going to add them up, or you're going to subtract them for that matter, the denominator doesn't change it. It stays the same. So it's still 5/4. Now we have an improper fraction. So an improper fraction means my numerator is bigger than my denominator. And I can also show that here on this tool. So let me just take this away. So if I put this here, these pieces, I've got 5 pieces of a quarter. And 4/4, as you can see here, make 1 whole. So that's 1 whole piece of cheese. So that means that I have 1 whole. And then how many quarters do I have left? Exactly, I have 1/4 left. So I'm going to write that down here. So an important part of solving these word problems is first looking at what is the sum, what do they want to know. So in this case, when it said all together, I know they wanted addition. So they didn't want subtraction, division, or multiplication. I knew it was addition. Then I need to see, okay, what numbers do I have to add together? In this case, the fractions of cheese that he used. So half of a slice of cheese and 3/4 of a slice of cheese. So I had to add those two numbers together. Then you write out the sum, and then you look at, okay, what do I have to do to be able to add these two fractions together? When you want to add fractions together, always make sure that the denominator is the same. So you start to first try to make sure that the denominators are equal. So you do that. Once you've done that, you can simply add them up, and when it's an improper fraction, like here, you can simplify it further. Okay, I hope this was clear, and good luck with practice 3.